guys, how are you?
Hi, everybody. How are you today? All right, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Cassie winning the $100,000 million lawsuit. Settlement. If that doesn't scream guilt, we're going to talk about Carisha dumping Diddy, but she just doesn't want to ask any questions after she said she was down with the golden showers. And then we're going to talk about Tamar firing her tour manager that started all of that, and still no police report on file for Krishan. But I got to start out with this Tasha K situation. Okay, so this is Conscious TV. He's been on my channel a lot of times before. Yeah, y'all know I love me some Conscious. Conscious has been doing some serious work. So Tasha K has an assistant named Chelsea Alana. They have parted ways. Now, this is a damn trip. So you can fire anybody the nicest way. You could be like, here's an extra $1,000. Thank you. And here's some money for your kids' college fund. They're still going to get mad. No matter how you do it, they're going to get mad. But if you know you've been doing dirt with a person, I couldn't. I just have to. No, I could not fight her. So she has come. So they're spilling each other's dirt. It's long. Conscious has all the videos, all the recordings. Like, he got it on recording. All the recordings on his channel. I only want to talk about her breaking the HIPAA laws, and then I wanted to talk about the Von Ray situation. And if you have time, then we'll go longer, because this is crazy. So you probably forgot this. You had mentioned to me a long time ago, oh, Tasha K didn't get the full story on Cardi B. And then you stopped there. So I'm listening to your channel, and child, what really happened?
Well, it's a running theory, to be exact. So you all know that Tasha K was sued, and she was successfully sued for defamation regarding Cardi B having a certain situation going on that wasn't true. What's interesting is that there were things that Tasha K's ex-assistant had told Storm Monroe privately, that Tasha K had disclosed to Storm privately. There were things that Von Ray had alleged that her personal assistant had pillow talked with him about regarding.
So let me catch up everybody real quick on who Von Ray is. We all know LaToya from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and the new boyfriend that she had on the show at the time. This is Von Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then there were certain things that happened between me and the personal assistant. So everybody kind of knows that not only is the personal assistant's mother involved in healthcare, but the assistant herself also worked for a New York-based hospital prior to permanently relocating to Georgia. When things had broke down between her and Von Ray had did a live stream where he spoke about his then ex-girlfriend disclosing certain rumblings around medical records during their alleged time at this New York-based hospital. When Von Ray did that live stream, putting it out there that it was the assistant who put the battery pack in Unhinged that convinced Tasha K to really believe and be convicted about this herpes allegation.
Okay, let me slow it down. So you're saying that Tasha K's assistant at the time worked at a hospital and had access to medical records, and possibly Cardi B's medical records?
Allegedly. It gets deep. Now, when Von did that video and put that out there, the personal assistant at the time, who was growing a friendship with me, wanted to get ahead of the story. She got really scared because Von Ray was laying out a timeline about when certain allegations were pushed, when certain information happened, etc. He's creating a whole little mini series on his platform. So she has sent me a series of things that were supposed to deflect from what Von Ray was saying about her time at the hospital when she worked there, because all these things would build circumstantial evidence on Cardi B's behalf if she got a hold of the fact that somebody in Tasha's camp worked at a hospital and had illegally accessed her records, because this would put the investigation at a specific time and date when Chelsea worked there that could lead to the discovery that, yes, her records were illegally accessed. Now,
okay, stop right there. Let's just say, for the sake of this video, that the assistant did illegally get somebody's medical records.
Hypothetically.
Why is that so bad? And why would Tasha get in trouble, or Tasha and the assistant?
I'm not sure if Tasha per se would get in trouble, but obviously, because Tasha is a public figure, HIPAA laws are the only people subjected to HIPAA laws are people in the medical field, like nurses, doctors, etc. So they're the only ones who can be criminally charged for breaking HIPAA laws. Like, me and you can't break a HIPAA law. Like, if I knew that some Jobo had crabs or HIV, and I got on here and said he got HIV, I did not break a HIPAA law because I'm not a medical personnel.
So I can say you got HIV.
Yes, and that's not breaking a HIPAA law unless you happen to work in the medical field. Unless you are a medical personnel, then you can break a HIPAA law. But me and you as non-medical personnel, no, we cannot break HIPAA laws. Now, we can still be subjected to a civil suit, slander, etc., or certain things like that. But no, we can't break HIPAA laws as everyday people.
But Chelsea, the assistant, clearly knew this. It's something that they tell everybody in the field, right?
Oh yes, you have a fine understanding of HIPAA laws. Matter of fact, because hospitals will be liable and can be subjected to such civil suits that it could warrant the shutdown of the facility itself. They are very, very, very strict on HIPAA laws and making sure that their employees understand what breaking HIPAA laws are, and they have a lot of systems in place to protect the hospital from that accidentally happening, because they'll be liable for it. Now, what's interesting, Sherelle, is, of course, the assistant denies breaching that, but when Von Ray put that out, and I still have all of the text messages, she sent me a slew of things she wanted me to put out in order to deflect from Von Ray. And then at the last minute, she changed her mind and she was like, no, like, I don't even want you to do it, because I don't even want to touch on that. I don't even want to I'm just going to hope that nobody pays attention to what Von Ray is saying, because she was trying to muddy up the timeline, on it. But this is what's interesting. When she put the record, Cardi B's record, she didn't have herpes. However, and this is allegedly,
okay,
what the alleged assistant did do, allegedly, is access, because Cardi B turned out negative, she accessed Hennessy's medical records, allegedly, which is Cardi B's sister. And how messy you want to get, Sherelle?
Okay, let me make sure everybody's following what's going on. What he's saying is there's a possibility, and everything's alleged right now, because that Tasha K's assistant pulled the wrong records and gave Tasha the wrong information. So there's a chance that at the time when she went, she could have thought she had herpes, right? Am I saying this right, Conscious? But found out later that she didn't have herpes. And this is what's confusing. So she finds out, oh, damn, I have the wrong information. What would you do? What would you do if you're already in court? What would you do, Conscious?
Now, what I'm about to say is pure hypothetical and just based upon what I've seen behind the scenes. This is just pure sheer belief and allegedly. What I believe happened is Tasha K remained under the impression that this was the case. This is why if you look at the transcripts, Tasha K could not believe. She didn't give a damn what the blood work was. If it came back negative, she refused to believe it. She believed that Cardi B was paying the medical facility, paying the doctors off. She could not accept that Cardi B did not have this. And I believe it's because she was taking the word of someone she trusted, who she knew had proximity to said information. And what she didn't know at that time was that her source lied to her, because the source she wanted the clout chase off the situation, because she also benefited from all this hype and publicity that Tasha was getting from this high profile defamation suit. She didn't have the heart to tell Tasha that this wasn't true. She knew Tasha wanted to believe it. She knew that her girl needed something, to fight against in court with. And I think out of desperation to please Tasha, and also just wanting to sustain the hype, because she would have visibility as long as she was toting beside Tasha, that she allowed Tasha to run with a false narrative. And Tasha made a damn fool of herself as a result of sticking to that narrative. Yeah.
So if it's true, because we're saying everything's crazy. And didn't you say that the assistant has a family member that's on the board of the hospital?
Allegedly her mother, apparently.
So let me ask you this. I feel it makes both of them look bad. Both of them, because you doing some serious digging into somebody's personal, private business. Therefore, I can't trust either one of them. For me, like, did she not? This makes the assistant look so damn bad. So anyway,
I'm going to tell you, it not only makes her look bad. If Cardi B was to get wind, because I think the reason why the personal assistant was never even brought in or subpoenaed, or there was never any investigations, because Cardi B just didn't know that. I think she just didn't know.
She didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't know. Cardi B was focused on Star Marie and how Tasha egged on the herpes situation. She was so polarized and fixated in that she didn't even hear or wasn't even aware that there may have been another motivation for Tasha to believe that based upon someone in her camp. But if she were to get wind of that would open up a separate suit, an investigation from Cardi to the PA that is separate from Tasha. So the PA could have her own issues in the future with Cardi B if Cardi B was to get access to this narrative.
Now, y'all heard, if y'all some Cardi B people in the chat, y'all heard what he said. If she gets with, she don't know. She don't know. This shit is, I couldn't make this up. I could not make this up. So, okay, so Tasha K gets in trouble, loses the lawsuit, owes Cardi B $4 million, then follows up with a lawsuit from R. Kelly, basically doing the same thing, entering into people's private information.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to be real careful. Then she goes and pisses off one of the richest people in the business, Will Smith. No, right? I mean, please. I don't think Jada gonna sue. We suing. I don't think she's suing, but she's not gonna forget Tasha, and because she's pissed. Have you heard the rumors that she's supposed to be interviewing Kevin Hart's assistant?
I have, because she mentioned it when she gave her PR statement about letting the PA go and they're parting ways. And she said, oh, this has been a big week for Will's assistant, for Kevin Hart's assistant, now for my assistant. So, yeah.
Okay. So
my God.
So she gets wind. Did you tell her you were going to release these text messages and tapes? Or how did she know that you were doing it? Because I'm hearing that she gets wind and kind of panics and then starts apologizing to Storm. And did she apologize to you? And then she kind of blamed Chelsea. What happened when she finds out? Did she blame Chelsea?
Who, Tasha?
Yeah.
So of course Tasha is a maniac and a stalker. So of course she's a super fan of CTV. So she's always been watching. So you know she saw the debut when everybody else got the debut, and she remained in the bushes and she learned her PA's plan to go to HBO and Zeus and all these major podcasts and to sign a book deal and to be on her Chelsea Pickett Smith bag. She wanted to be in her Chelsea Pickett Smith bag.
Oh, hell no.
Okay. Wait. Okay. I don't like people who, after you're not working together anymore, I really feel like it made both of them look really bad. It really made Chelsea look bad. According to the rumors, she used to work for, well, never mind, not bringing that up. Anyway, she gets wins of what happens. Then what does Chelsea do?
Chelsea then, once the audios went up, she sent Bond a threatening text message to put some paperwork on both him and Storm Monroe. Then she calls me.
Storm Monroe?
Yeah, because Storm is the one who debuted the conversation between her and Bond, where she apologized for the allegations.
Okay.
So she was very upset, impressed, and pissed at both of them. And then she called me because everybody kept tagging her saying CTV is going to get you in 24 hours, girl. Celie, you better run. So she just was like, well, what's up? Why is everybody tagging me saying this conscious? What's going on? And I was just telling her, I was like, girl, everybody's about to exonerate themselves because what you and Tasha did really stained a lot of people's reputation and character, and everybody's going to take the opportunity who was impacted by the BS to lift their name. So, you know, I don't mind dropping the link for you, and you can come and speak for yourself if you want to. I don't have a problem with you, you know, also being a woman. She didn't want to be a woman about it. She had this big plan, this big rollout to expose Tasha. She was hoping that bankruptcy would call her because she wanted to sabotage her on the stand if she was subpoenaed as an employee and tell bankruptcy and Cardi where the bodies really were, where their alleged embezzlement really was, where and how Tasha moved this money and all the illegal things that she did.
Oh my God.
She's sitting on ready.
She's trying to, oh my God.
She feels epically betrayed by Tasha because Tasha at some point put a private investigator out on her and her new 50-year-old baby daddy. And that was done without consent on Chelsea's part, allegedly. She also found out that Tasha had triangulated beef between Chelsea and Tony the Closer, who cussed the wig off of both of their heads. So she was able to see text messages of Tasha talking trash to Tony about her and then talking to her about things that Tony was saying that he never said about her. That's what created the online kaboom when everything went up. And she just found out that the woman been sabotaging her and throwing her under the bus and selling her down the river for years. And she's been a so-called good friend and professional to this lady.
Damn.
So you're uncovering this case. You got lots and lots going on. You're pretty sure Cardi doesn't know.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't. Because the way she ran Star Marie down to New Mexico, I know Cardi B was after everybody ass who was in any way connected to this thing. If Cardi B knew that there was somebody who was working in the hospital field who allegedly accessed her records, oh yes, Cardi B would have applied that pressure. I'm 100% confident in that.
Wow.
Perry, you don't stop. Okay, so I didn't want to take up all of your time. You've been here 20 minutes. Then there's a whole separate thing going on about her accusing her ex, Von Ray, of R-ing her. Mm-hmm. How does Storm Monroe get into this?
Well, they both moved into Storm Monroe's house after Bond had got out of jail. Courtesy of Tasha K asking him to do a favor for Bond, which was like doing a favor for Chelsea, who was dating Von Ray. So Von Ray needed a place to stay. Storm Monroe was moving out of his home. He only had like 3 weeks left in the house. And Tasha was like, hey, do you mind if Von Ray stays there for 3 weeks, he'll get on his feet, blah, 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 blah. So they all end up moving in. It all end up going kaboom. And after it went kaboom, Chelsea assumed, because the way Von had did his previous ex, LaToya Forever, because he went to Tasha K, did an exclusive several months prior to him and Chelsea's relationship. Chelsea assumed that Von was going to then go to the internet and spill all the behind the scenes tea about her, Tasha, etc. So she called herself trying to get ahead of Von by ciphering information to low-hanging fruit YouTube uploaders like the Wheelchair Show. And he started piling information into the system on behalf of Chelsea. And then it just became an epic-ish show in that Tasha K told Storm and I that if Von didn't pipe down and stop doing these videos and stop trying to defend himself against Chelsea, that she was going to make Chelsea run down to the police and file a complaint against Von for a attempted RAPE. That's what the plan was if he didn't back down. They were going to intimidate him and force his compliance by way of a false narrative. So that spun into a whole different universe.
Yeah, this is complicated. You're covering the case. I've been watching you. And Chow, you've been on all day, all night, tape after tape. If y'all are interested, please go over and listen to original tapes of her just kind of confessing what's going on. She's in trouble if Cardi B gets wind of this. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Von Ray is suing both Tasha K and Chelsea for defamation. So that's happening.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He's suing them both officially. Yeah. I heard from his lawyer. Yeah. So it's about to be on the crack. It's about to be a mess. So
you'll come on, keep us updated. This
I will.
Chop. Thank you, Conscious.
Sherelle, this is what I call stiff coochie energy. Stiff coochie energy will get you sued up, broke, destitute, and living in a ditch in Florida with nothing to show for it. Ladies, don't be like Tasha. You might catch a case of stiff coochie energy.
No, see, I mean, this is serious. I know they take those HIPAA laws. Chelsea needs to just turn herself in, child. It's crazy. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Everybody go over to Conscious TV. I love you, Conscious.
Love y'all too. Bye.
Thank you for stopping in because I know you're tired.
Anytime. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm happy you had me here.
All right. Thank you, friend. Bye-bye. Love me, Conscious TV. Love them. All right. Buddha says, a person who knowingly obtains and discloses individual.
Sherelle, what I'm going to do is I'm starting to think it's my computer that's having a problem. Because I can go from my phone and pick you up and no flaws. So let me bounce out and come through my phone.
All right.
You okay, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you forget, Perry. I ran a whole channel without you by myself all the way to up to 200. Well, okay. Anyway, health information violation of privacy rule may face criminal penalty of up to $50,000 and up to 1 year imprisonment. Child, they got a lot going on. It's the internet. I told y'all it gets dirty. Blogging gets dirty. It really, really does. Lawsuits everywhere. Let's move on to the bigger case now. I want to talk about Cassie and P. Diddy. Child, this was all over the internet this weekend. I had seen it. I was just tired. I had things to do. I'm preparing for Thanksgiving, child. So I decided to talk about it today. So a lot's going on in the update. Now, we all know that P. Diddy made a settlement, and let's see if this works. Hold on. Can you hear me now, Perry?
Yeah, I can.
He settled with Cassie, and according to Media Takeout, he got $100 million. Now, I heard it was 60. We'll never know the real number legally because they're also saying that what do you call the NDAs were signed. Now, listen. Okay. This is so crazy. Now, I know you guys heard the rumors that people suspect that it was P. Diddy that ordered the hit for Tupac. Rumors that it was P. Diddy. P. Diddy had something to do with. He found out that Kim Porter was having an affair, and he broke her nose, and
damn,
and that he unalived the guy. Shakir Stewart was his name. Then we all heard Albie Shore said that he had something to do with Kim's death. Okay. It's so many rumors going around about P. Diddy. Now, I've been on this planet 53 years, and ain't nobody told me I'm associated with unaliving anybody. We hear about the parties that he has, the SEX parties, and how they just get downright nasty and disgusting. Men on men action, girl on girl action. I think 50 Cent came out and made fun about it. Now, according to the rumors, Carisha, Young Miami, has supposedly broke up with Diddy.
wow.
Okay? Because of all the rumors that are going around. I suspect that perhaps maybe Young Miami was at one of these parties, because remember when she made the statement that she loves golden showers and she loves threesomes and stuff like that?
She afraid.
Very ridiculous. I suspect that she's really trying to stay out of the spotlight. Some people are mad at Cassie coming out saying that nobody can make you do anything. Slim Thug is one of them. Nobody can make you do anything. You were a willing participant. What?
Well, that's crazy, Sherelle. You know, like typically, like most people want to look at it. Diddy was rich. She was a gold digger. She was coming for this. But when your life is threatened, a lot of people pay ransoms to people that say they did something to a family member or they will do. When you under distress, even though people can seem like you having fun and whatever, it's one of those things for me. Like, I think, in my opinion, that he forced this girl or threatened, or she could have feared for her life. That's why you would do certain things that you normally wouldn't do on a
if
normal
you
basis.
got a reputation of unaliving people, you're breaking people's nose, you're hitting Gina, you're hitting me. Why wouldn't I be scared of you? To say it makes me so mad when people say Cassie is lying or that she was a willing participant and this is a money grab.
Right. And she could have known, you know, like when you go to certain circles, you start to find out information. And she could have found out about his previous lady that became missing. You know what I'm saying? And it do strike fear in a person. Like, damn, if I don't do this, I could be next.
We have been hearing these rumors for years. It did not just come out of the blue. We hear that he puts hands on women. You break my nose and tell me if I go leave you, you gonna blow up somebody's car. I can't, or something like this. I'm scared of you. What is this? She's a willing participant. What? People are crazy. You've got Slim Thug coming forward talking about why didn't she say something earlier? Men, if you don't understand what it's like to be a woman and to be physically scared of somebody that is stronger than you, has more money than you, and has a missing chip in his head, just don't speak. Just don't speak on it. Just don't speak on it.
Well, you know what, Sherelle? I think a lot of these men that come out and speak on this, only ones who feel like they're famous and that other women come for them to gold dig. Gold dig is something totally different than you here today and gone tomorrow, right? Now, I'm sure it's been men that's been put in the same situation as this young lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, fearing for their life. So it's not like, I mean, most of these men might come out and act like, hey, you know what? These girls just too sensitive, whatever. Men have been in that situation. Remember Suge Knight?
Yeah, he was a crazy one, wasn't he?
Right. But in my opinion, Diddy is no different.
Exactly. Listen, there was a police officer, I can't remember his name, a detective on the case came out and said it was Diddy that ordered the hit on Tupac. That would scare me alone. Like, people, stop. Just stop bashing her until you've been there. Just, especially men, just don't speak on it. I can't stand it when people blame the victim. So they're saying, well, look what she did. She could have left. Nobody understands the cycle of abuse. It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
Most people think that, right? Most people think, well, this person could have left. They had a choice. They didn't have to do that. But the part they're missing, if you're fearing for your life, if you don't do something, that's a very powerful thing. If you fearing for your life, I'm just saying.
It's really crazy. But now let me tell you the rumors that I heard. I heard that Cassie did not go to the police because Diddy has a reputation of paying off the cops. And they're saying that he did it for the whole Tupac situation, just like Eddie Murphy has a reputation of paying off cops, I believe. So she decided to go legally and ask for money. That's her right. That doesn't mean she's a gold digger because she doesn't go to the cops. And I would feel that too. Like, I can't trust anybody because this man has so much money. No one's going to listen to me. Diddy had Biggie taken out also. That's what they're saying. They're really describing Diddy as a pure narcissist maniac.
Right.
Sex freak. Like, that's how much sex do we need here? Like, okay, how much? And even if it started out with, let's just say like Carisha, I'm dating him because he's got the bag and stuff like that. Doesn't give you a right to put your hands on me.
Right. But Sherelle, let me say this too, right? And this is what I think. You said how much sex do a person need? At the end of the day, this is my thought. It's not totally about the sex. It's about
SEX.
the power. Oh yeah, it's about the power.
Yeah.
What could I make somebody do for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm the grand wizard of it all.
And that's what they say. Our APE is about. It's about power. It's about control. I mean, it has like you said, it has nothing to do with. It's about power. It's about power. So he's got a lot going on. So people are coming out. Some women that are in support of Cassie are saying that he got away again. So according to the rumors, she's scared to go to the police. She decides to go the lawsuit route. And as in every case with these men, when there's a lawsuit, then allegedly other people were going to come out. Now, I'm being told that he paid off other people and made them sign NDAs. That's so weird too, because let's just say he gave her $100 million. He's supposed to be a billionaire. You're saying he's still almost a billionaire. He's just
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is the whole thing too. I think this. Like, people say, well, could he have gotten off again? I think this time it hurts, right?
Why? What makes this time different?
Well,
than
no. I'm just saying, she sued him. It was public. Everybody knew about it. If it's, I might not have my days correct, but if I file a lawsuit on Thursday and you sending me electronic payment on Friday, you are hiding for something. He did not wake up the next day after that lawsuit and come out and address the media by saying, for real, I'm just saying, if that was me, I'd be like, hey, if I know I didn't do something, that bitch lying.
Yeah.
You didn't get that. You got a quiet electronic payment and a settlement, right?
Yeah.
You got a settlement.
Yeah.
So you doing it to try to squash the shit. You backed into a corner and he didn't want no smoke from it. That's what I'm thinking.
Hold on. I'm gonna drop the link for you, Opinion. She's trying to tell me something. She's sending me messages. You guys, we're just gonna this is just for Opinion. Come on up, Opinion. Come on up. Hey, Mimi says, not only did he make the threats, he followed through. Cassie is a victim too. I'm trying to tell you, she's a victim. I hear not just Slim Thug and these other men voices getting louder and louder, but some women are calling Cassie a gold digger, and this is a money grab. Diddy is a monster. These rumors been out for years. 4 years.
Right. And then another thing too, like when we go back to this whole thing, people will say, well, oh, well, why did you sue him? Why didn't you go all the way through? Because more than likely he was going to get his way out of it, be a technical thing, whatever. But if she endured this pain and suffering and fear, she probably say, well, hey, it's best I can do right now, just get some money and just live my life and try to get away from this bullshit, right? So for me, I don't see a problem with that. Normally, if a person looking for justice, I would say typically, why ain't you go for justice? But P. Diddy probably would have got himself out of it, did some crazy shit, or just drug her through the mud. She got her money and nothing, yeah, she got money, but nothing can really take that pain that she had to endure over the years, is what I'm trying to say.
I've seen people that have been caught up in the cycle of abuse. It changes who you are. You're scared all the time. He comes home, you don't know what's going to set him off. It's a mess. Hey, Opinion, how you doing? Now, what you just send me?
I said supposedly. Now I don't know if you seen it, but supposedly they building a case in California, and they said NDAs is not going to protect from a criminal case because you can't sign a NDA on criminal things.
They're building a case in California against Diddy?
Yep.
I heard about this.
And they
Now,
supposed to be contacting Cassie, and they said they don't care what kind of NDA she signed, but NDA can't protect him from crimes that he committed in they state.
hmm, this is interesting. You think they're going to try to go after him anyway?
Well, it was a lawyer that was live, and she said they building a case. She said she was defending one of the victims in the Art Kelly case, and she said she's heard that they opened up an investigation in California and that they're looking for him because they don't have a statute of limitation in California, so they can still hold him alive before what he did in their city.
I mean, all it takes is one person coming forward in a court of law. I feel like I'm going to ask y'all a question. I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire with Diddy. I believe about his unusual appetite for sex. I believe that he's bi. I believe that he put the hit out on Biggie. I know for a fact, we all know Albie Short came out and said he was involved in Kim Porter's being
But
in the lie.
Terrell, they said he put the hit out on Biggie because Biggie and Tupac had became friends. They made up.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I usually don't take calls, but somebody's backstage. I think I'm going to take a couple calls today. Diddy's a monster. And I don't say that lightly. You've done so many people wrong.
Right.
You have to karma. You have to pay for that. Let's say the women, okay, and then his artists. You've heard him doing that, and he's never been questioned.
Well, no, who's gonna question him? Who gonna question him? See, that's the thing. When you got people on payroll, it's no questions. It's just cover up.
This is what I don't understand. Okay, explain this to me, Perry, as if I'm a 3-year-old. Hollywood seems to be a real weird place.
Yep.
Got money, they got fame. Why is everybody so damn weird?
Because once you make money and you feel like you're the top of your pedestal, you get to try different things. The normal things to the normal person, don't turn them on no more. They're not happy to go to the grocery store to catch a sale for 50% off. they start looking for other things to fulfill them. They get all this money. Remember when Michael Jackson used to have monkeys and all kind of shit? Now they
Very.
start off now by coming back like, well, hey, you know what? I got all this money. I don't did it all. You know, I don't had all the groupies that the thing. Well, what if I just try men? What if I just make this girl grab a D and film it? Right? It's the power of it all. It's the control factor.
And I want you to say this opinion because we were talking about this on the phone. Explain to people how physical stars go away. But when you're a victim of DV, that mental star stays. Go ahead.
It does, because I think a lot of people don't understand that when you deal with that abuse for so long, it's not easy to walk away from it. You feel codependent on that person because you feel like your life is in danger. If I try to leave, this person is gonna take my life. But if I stay and I make them happy, then they won't abuse me or it won't be so bad. All I gotta do is do right by them. And by releasing this power, some kind of way, they're gonna be nice to me. But this is a survival mode for them. It's really hard to explain it because you literally is beating somebody mind down to submission. Like you beating them so much that you make them feel like, hey, I need you. Because if I don't have you, then otherwise I'm going to either be, unalived, not going to have the stuff that I need to survive. And that's what people do. They pry on you. They use that power to beat you down until you feel worthless and nothing feels normal.
Make them understand that the mind is a powerful thing. Hey, Nina, long time no see, girl. You know I always miss you. How you doing?
Girl, I tried to change my name because I said, you know what? This internet is getting so dang on crazy. I said, oh
sorry.
my God. No, it's fine. It's fine because ain't nobody gonna fucking come for me. I can tell you that right now. Because this ain't what they really want. But what I want to say is, when it comes to Cassie, okay, let her get her money. Let her get her money. You know what? We don't know what Kim endured before, her passing. We don't know what she endured that she kept silent because she stayed with Diddy no matter what. I mean, just no matter what. And let Cassie get her money. Diddy settled within a matter of 24 hours. He settled with her. We'll never know how much it was. Only thing I know is the girl got paid, and if it hit her Cash App, it blew Cash App up. So let her get her money. And no, it might not take away everything that she endured. It might, she still might, think about that because when you are part of DV or SEX trafficking, whatever. When you get paid to do things against your will with somebody that you love, because I'm gonna tell you something. I've been a part of DV. I'm grateful that I overcame it because NIGGA can't do nothing for me today. Can't make me do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd be a willing participant. But when you're a part of that, it's something mentally extracts from your well-being, your brain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like she shuts down. She probably shut down because I know I did because I thought he loved me. So when you think somebody loves you and you don't know any better and you haven't been taught any better from mama or daddy or whoever, you ain't seen that. Because see, I never seen that. I thought this was what it was about. I thought my uncles hit his wives. You know what I'm saying? I saw that. So I didn't know because my mama never told me that this ain't how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So when you a part of it, you think, okay, well, maybe she was trying to get some type of love that she didn't get from her father, from her mama, from whatever. But let her get her coins. I tell you one thing, money don't make everything, but it'll make that pain go away for a little while. I go in therapy, $100 million. I'm in therapy for the rest of my life. I'm going to live my life, me and my husband that she married to now, we're going to live off of Diddy for the rest of our life. And yeah, okay, but you just don't never know. You don't never know. So don't blame Cassie. And then when you think about Young Miami, I don't think I don't know. I can say I don't think Young Miami probably went through those stages with him because
I think she was in the love bombing stage. But if she would have stayed with him long enough, you never know.
Well, you got to think about Diddy old as hell when it comes to Miami. So these young people today, they ain't gonna do no more than you gonna pay them. You gonna pay them off the gate because they ain't gonna do nothing they don't want to do and be with nobody. Young Miami with old Diddy. Now, if you look at her and look at him, you ask, why is she with him? Because she can have anybody, right? So she probably been getting paid off the gate. She said, "Let me get off this scene before somebody try to put my name in it."
Yep.
And
Exactly.
And this is me. When it comes back to Tupac and all that, I personally, this is just me. This ain't Sherelle Perry or nobody else. I don't think Diddy had nothing to do with Tupac's death or Biggie's. I don't think that because it was that rap game at that time was deep. It was hard. It was rivalry.
But what about the chains? Somebody put the order out to grab the chains.
Listen, they ordered for the president, didn't they? And
well, you know what, Nina?
when we seen him, his whole head was gone. So come on,
Nina, I would say this: like, I don't know for a fact, but just looking at things the way it's going right now, when you get an out of control person that have power, or assume they got all this great power, nothing is off the table for me. Now, one thing that you didn't mention is publishing rights to certain things. Like some people think financial, some people think, well, that's my friend, I would never do that. But when money involved, a lot of crazy shit happens.
And you know the
Would you
old
agree?
saying, Perry, money is the root of all evil, right? But you know that's the old saying. But it really ain't the money. It really ain't the money. It's the person behind the money. Like you saying, Diddy, it really ain't the money that's the root of all evil. It's the person. Because money is going to be money, period. It's been money since day one. It's the person behind it and the power behind it.
Yeah.
You know,
I get it.
He's on a power trip, is what you're saying.
Look what happened in 24 hours. Diddy settled, right?
24 hours.
Allegedly, they say he tried to settle before then, but Cassie said, "Nah, Negro."
I heard that too.
This ain't what we gonna do. So, and then before she finally took it to court, before anything could legally, be brought up against him, he settles out in 24 hours. Okay, after he settles out 24 hours, was Diddy concerned? Because he was out in the public 24 hours later. Diddy ain't caring about that 100 million or 60 million or 2 million that he gave her.
You're right, Nina, because after that, he came on Instagram Live and said, "I'm still standing." Okay.
No, Perry. Are you joking, or he really that you heard that?
No. He did. It was something to the effect.
He was out in the street at a restaurant outside. They showed him on Shade. What's that?
Shade Room.
I forget the name. Shade Room. They showed him. And they had it looking like he was in this, like he was like, oh my God. Diddy wouldn't be, oh my God, outside for nobody. He's still gonna be Diddy no matter what.
Oh my God, that's so disrespectful.
But you don't never know what happened, Sherelle. We don't know what happened behind closed doors when it came to Cassie.
Yeah, but I know it's inappropriate that you come out and say you're still standing. Who does that?
But why would that be inappropriate on his part?
I don't know. I don't see myself doing that. That's like
we don't know though. We don't know. We really don't know.
No, you're right. We really don't know. But I think when you make that kind of statement, you come out here and you try to play to the masses. Oh, this woman I just paid her all these millions, but they trying to take me down, but I'm still standing. It's a control factor.
And it ain't going to be nobody else. It ain't going to be a whole bunch of people coming behind her talking about Diddy did this to him, because Diddy wasn't really very public about who he dated. So I don't really believe it's going to be a whole bunch of women coming. Now listen, don't come for me. Come for your mama. Because when I say this, because I'm just saying, Diddy was a private person too. When it comes, you didn't really know who all Diddy was messing with. Why J-Lo ain't came out? She the only, allegedly the only white woman he ever been with, Afro Latino or whatever she is.
Well, I'm
Why
gonna
she
tell you
ain't
why.
came out and
Okay,
said
wait,
nothing?
y'all. Let somebody else jump in. Hold on, Perry.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Charles, can you hear me? Okay. Miss C, can you hear me?
I can. Hi, Sherelle. Hey, Perry.
Jump
Hey,
in. What do you have to add to the conversation?
Well, it's so much. I mean, everything goes so deep. So, I mean, I hear what Nina's saying. Why hasn't J Lo come out? I mean, what I was thinking is the reason why nobody else ain't come out because they dead. Everybody that is connected with him is either mysteriously dead or
That
not
part.
talking,
That part.
and that's what's scary. You know, I had to change my name real quick. I was like, you know what? Let me be quiet because that's what it seems like. Everybody connected to him goes down somewhere. Shine, the rapper that
Oh
was
my God, I
when they were
forgot
shooting
about
that
Shine.
exactly sounding like Big, and Big was about to leave Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? That's
see,
you about
yep,
to put the
yep.
commission together with Jay-Z and Foxy Brown and Charlie Baltimore. I mean, it was so much going on. We
So
forget that
much.
because it was 20 years ago. But
Yes.
it goes
But
deeper than
how
that.
many records has Diddy made?
A
How
lot.
many,
Well,
Nina? Because he ain't
I mean,
writing
I'm just
nothing. That's
saying, how
why
many?
Mace was writing all his music.
Wait a minute,
Mace is the reason why Big Boy is still.
but what did
Go
he do
ahead.
to Mace? He didn't say
He didn't. He
nothing.
just now
He
finally gave Mace his money back. But
he
it's
just
not
not
worth nothing now.
he
It ain't
just
worth
not
nothing
finally
now.
gave Mace his money back because Mace was the first person that I know. It could have been more that came out against
It was
Diddy.
Mace.
When
It
there
was
were
Jada
those
Kiss.
other
The Locks. Are you kidding? It was Jodeci. Are you serious? Come
Jodeci.
on. I can't even tell you. That's why they split up. And guess who was writing all the Jodeci stuff? And I love Devontae Swing. Don't get me wrong, but I'll be sure he is a writer. I'll be sure is the only one that's still left standing.
And
Everybody is dead.
Well, he
Diddy
had
made
that
money off
record.
of
Everybody is
everybody
dead,
else's records.
and
Well,
everybody else is
I will
dead.
say this. I find it mysterious that everyone
Right.
comes up unalived. Crazy. Let me read this really quick. There was recently 4 police officers in LA who unalived themselves within 24 hours. Could be Diddy connected.
No, I'm not
Oh
Damn.
buying it.
God.
No,
Oh my
that's
Yeah, I don't
totally
know
God.
about
something
that.
No.
different.
Yeah.
That's the stress of the
That's
overtime
different.
of working. I'm in LA. I'm out here in LA, and
Mm,
that's the stress of the overtime of them forced to do
hmm
overtime, and they don't get any breaks, and they're saying that they need a mental break, and you know, that's not
You
no, that has nothing
you
to do
can't
with that.
blame everything on Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Now,
No,
get me
you're
what I
right.
said.
You're right.
But
I'm
but
not
When it
blaming
came
listen.
to
everything. I just
R.
think it's
Kelly,
interesting.
it was evidence. When it came to
No,
R. Kelly, it was evidence. With
but
Right.
Diddy,
listen. He put himself in a situation where we don't trust him. Nobody trusts Diddy.
what do
So
we
that's
trust
And
why.
I
any of
thought
them
Well,
people that do
I
we
think
trust
what they were
any of
trying
those
to say,
stars?
I think what they were trying to say is that the case is open in California, and it's really strange that right after it came out from lawyers that they're opening a case on Diddy in California. 4 officers are now unalived. That does sound strange when you hear it.
It
right.
don't
Yeah.
sound strange to me. That's
Well, see,
LA.
I mean, that part I don't know, right? But I would just say this though, and I think when we come to Biggie and Tupac, we
Mhm,
can argue, and we all got different opinions.
mhm,
Well, Diddy used to rap before he brung on Biggie and Tupac and all them,
mhm.
but jealousy can play a factor too. Who's
Jealousy?
outshining me? When you get a control problem,
Where are you
you
going
don't
with
want
this, Perry?
nobody. No, I'm saying that
Jealousy
you
of
don't.
who?
Biggie and Tupac.
But
He
he was
jealous
the
of
Ah,
he was the
everybody.
No.
manager.
That's
He
why
was the
he has.
man behind
That's
it.
why he grabbing coins from everybody he ever signed. That's the reason why he trying to now get them to sign NDAs to get they lawyer things back. But it's like he done already made all the money off of it. Them people ain't gonna make no money, so I wouldn't sign no NDA neither.
Right. And I don't think Diddy was rapping. I think all that was being written for him. I think Diddy was
Right.
was was started to get the itch to get in front of the camera because he was
Uh huh.
more of he's the one that if it wasn't for Diddy, we wouldn't have Jodeci. Right. So we gotta be
Right.
thankful
Right.
to him. I'm not blaming everything on Diddy. I'm just saying, ain't it funny how everybody else is dead? That's all I'm saying. Like the people that could corroborate the story is dead. Besides Kim,
I don't know. I guess I'm on the outside looking in like everybody else. I just can't. I'm just looking at the Cassie situation and everything. You know, like, get your coins, sweetheart. Get your coins.
you know, I'm glad that Cassie's still here to get it. That's all I'm saying,
Let
right?
me ask you this,
Because if something
Nina.
happened to Cassie, if something happens to Cassie, Nina, do we look at Diddy then? I'm just
But
saying. I'm asking for a
that
friend.
money don't take away those. That money don't take away. I'm telling you, when you go through it, you can get all the money in the world, and those
But I'm
scars are
saying, but
still
if
gonna be
something
there.
happens to her, if something happens to Cassie, who do we look at then? I'm just
I'm
asking.
looking at Diddy.
I'm just saying. I mean, because that's
I'm
going to
look
be kind of strange, right? She got the
very
$100 million,
strange.
and Kim was writing a book. Are we not going to talk about that? Kim was writing a
We
book, and then
talked about
mysteriously,
that.
that's my point.
And
So,
yeah.
and you know, how does that happen? How does that
Um,
happen? I'm just saying.
so okay, I got 5 minutes. Let me read this really quick. No, that video of him, Suge, he is still standing with months ago. I don't know. Oh, she said that was posted months ago. Okay, good. Those photos were stages. His house is MIA. So who took those photos at his gated home? I don't think I know. I didn't see the photos you're talking about, and I didn't even see him say still standing. And I hope it was old, because that is arrogant to me. So really quickly before we go. So there have been a couple men coming forward saying that this was a money grab for Cassie. Really quickly, who could tell me their opinion on that? Why are these men coming forward about DV when they're not a woman? They don't know how this
Because
works.
most of them men have done
Well,
DV to another
okay.
woman too. Peter Guns, we saw him. I don't know how many women he
Yeah.
juggled on that show and did DV to. All of them men that's coming out, they know they tangled up in it too. They all hang with P Diddy. They all run in the same circle. They all the same kind of men. Them the kind of men that you can't be trusted, and that they will break any black girl that come out. We got to protect our own, because ain't nobody else gonna look out for us. We got to protect our own. Stay away from them kind of men.
Well, people need
Right.
And
to start
also, I
telling on
think
their
this, right?
uncles and their granddaddies. They need to
Yeah,
start
I mean, 'cause
telling on them too.
Well, I have a newfound respect for that interview with Tasha K with the Will Smith's assistant, how he's out the country and wrote a book. I mean, he's putting it out there. You know what I
He putting
mean?
it out
So I
there.
feel like Cassie should have just very quietly wrote the book and then skipped the country. You know what I mean?
She
At
wouldn't have
least,
got no money.
She wouldn't have got no
but
money.
it's not
She
about
wouldn't.
the money if you, because that's what it is. What's the end game? Do you want the
It
money or
was.
do you want him exposed?
It is about
No,
the money, because she took that undisclosed amount that we think is
I
60
know
million or
that.
100 million. So it is
No, I hear
about the
you. I hear
money.
you, Nina.
She
I'm just
would have
saying.
never got that from a book.
Right. Well, I'm
Harry,
saying I wish that she could
Yeah,
have maybe at least exposed it a little bit further. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
it seemed
right,
like
yeah,
people
right,
were jumping
right,
on the
yeah,
train and then it
yeah.
just is being like stifled because she
right.
settled.
Now
You
I
know,
get
you
that
saw the
part.
people from yeah.
Perry,
Go
you
No,
got
ahead.
two
I'm saying,
minutes.
okay, I get that part. That it feel like she went stifle, right? Just went, took the money and ran. But how much more could she have gained? And the purpose could have been just to expose it, which I feel like she did. If I file a lawsuit on Thursday and you settle by Friday morning drinking
Mm-hmm.
coffee, we got a problem, right? And
Right.
that's what I think, right? Because at the same time, yeah, she could go off to Africa, go anywhere, and not get the money. Nothing can ever replace her time or the things she
Right.
suffered, and she get to. But you can live more in comfort while you deal with that, knowing you financially stable.
I know that's right.
And I want to say this to all the women that suffer from DV. It's ignore those idiots. It's real. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
And until Slim Thug get his teeth knocked out of his mouth, please shut up.
Mm.
Refrain from commenting on something you know nothing about.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Experience is the best teacher.
It really is. I mean, until you get your teeth knocked out. I seen somebody knock somebody I know from the top of the stair down in one punch. Boom, knocked her down the
Mm-hmm.
stairs. So y'all need to
Mm.
stop. Don't diminish anybody's
Yep.
pain. And
Right.
unless you've been through it, shut up. That's how I gotta end it.
Right.
All right, y'all.
All
Thank you
right.
for good
No,
conversation.
Terrell,
I
I'll say
missed
this.
it. He's gotta
Yeah,
do it.
but Terrell, I'll say this though. And if P. Diddy had a problem with false allegations, he would have did something about it.
Yeah.
He settled.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He settled, Perry.
Quickly.
He
Quick.
settled.
24
Right.
hours.
Right.
I ain't
Right.
gonna
24
never
hours.
forget that.
Quickly.
24
Right.
hours. All right, y'all. You know I gotta go pick up my grandbaby.
All right.
So this was
All
fun
right.
conversation.
Love you guys all. Be
Thank you
safe.
so
Happy
much.
Thanksgiving in
Happy
advance.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Yes.
Thanksgiving, you guys.
All
Everyone,
right.
thank you for good conversation. On 3, Perry, take us out.
That was my song.
All right, y'all. Bye, you guys. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.